you've listed your home on the market and you've got a couple showings, interested buyers. You've got people through the house and a couple kind of maybes or we love it, but, and weeks have passed and you still have no offers. You're starting to wonder, did the market just slow down? Did I miss my window of opportunity? Here's the truth. It's usually not the market. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the real reason that homes sit on the market, and more importantly, what you can do right now to turn that around and get your home sold. Stick around until the end because I'm also gonna share one mindset shift at the end that makes all the difference between those homes that are selling and the ones that sit on the market. And if you're currently trying to sell your home and it's sitting on the market, comment below what your experience has been so far. I'd love to know who of you are in that position right now. So we need to start with the hard truth. When a home isn't getting offers, sellers are very quick to point to the market as the problem. But unless you listed in the middle of a downturn or like right now in the government shutdown, which could play a small role in your home not selling, or other economic problems, it's actually rarely the market that's the reason a home doesn't sell. There are homes that sell all the time, even during those tough times. So what's really happening? The market is speaking to you as a seller. And you know, right now I have no vested interest in your sale, so I can be really honest with you about what works and what doesn't work. But that silence, the lack of offers, or the comments like we're thinking about it, but they are feedback. Those are buyers giving you feedback. They may just not be directly telling you exactly what's wrong, but in my opinion, it's because your home is not positioned correctly. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about 5 different things that you can do to make sure that your home is positioned correctly and that if you're not selling right now, that is fixable. And stay tuned until the end because we're gonna talk about that one mindset shift that's the difference between homes that do sell and homes that don't. Reason number 1, it's overpriced. This one hurts, but it's usually the most common and the truest reason that a home doesn't sell. So we're gonna start here. Even a 5% difference in the listed price can make a huge difference in how buyers see your home. I hear it all the time, like we'll just start the price high and then we'll bring it down. But the problem with that is that every time you lower that price, buyers wonder what's wrong with the home and why you're lowering the price. Are you lowering it because the foundation is not correctly poured? Are you lowering it because it needs a new roof? There are reasons that go through buyers' minds about why you're lowering that price. And the price has a big impact on where your home shows up in those search filters. So when a buyer goes on to Zillow, they might say, we're looking up to $850,000, for example, in Seattle. But if your home is listed at $875,000, it's not going to show up in their price filters. So where's that perfect band of pricing that actually surfaces your home as a potential option? In real estate, time is toxic to perceived value, meaning the longer your home is on the market, the more the value goes down in the mind of buyers. So what's the fix? You need to work with your agent to reevaluate your pricing strategy using comparable homes that have actually sold. And if you've been sitting on the market for a month, 2 months, 3 months, or more, those homes are changing because sales are closing each day. So you need to make sure that if you don't have a serious offer, it's time for a reset conversation and you need to look at those comparable sales. Drop a comment below if you want me to walk you through how to price to sell without undercutting your home's value. Number 2, your photos are not doing your home justice. Buyers shop with their eyes. Just like Instagram, just like Facebook, buyers are looking with their eyes first. And if your photos don't grab attention online, they'll scroll right past your home, even if your home is stunning in person. I see this all the time. Unflattering listings, distorted wide angle lenses, clutter in the home, old seasonal decor that dates the home. I know that when it's your furniture, you think it's the best for the space, but that's not always the case, unfortunately. If you haven't already watched my video about staging, you need to go watch that because it's really important to how your home appears online. Your photos should tell a story and they should invite buyers and be emotionally appealing to them. If you're relaunching a stale listing, change up the visuals. Fresh photography and different staging, or staging if you didn't have it before, can completely change the momentum of a listing. And that's why I always advocate for staging when you start. So again, if you haven't watched that video, go check it out. Have you ever clicked away from a listing because of bad photos? Put a comment below because I bet you're not the only one who's done that. I know I have. Number 3, the timing is off. Sometimes it's not you, sometimes it is timing. So listing right before a holiday or a big event or during a seasonal lull can mean that your listing never got the traction that it deserved. You should be working with your agent to make sure you understand when the seasonal highs of the market are and the pros and cons of those timing. It's really important to know when is the spring season starting and when is the time that's most possible to get the highest price on your listing in spring, because it's not the whole spring season. I can tell you that right now. And then when is that fall season as well? And what are the pros and cons of listing during the fall? And it doesn't mean you should give up. It just means that you have to strategically relaunch your listing to get the best result. Ask your agent questions like, can we update the listing description? Can we maybe retweak the pricing or reintroduce the listing to the market? And if you're on the hunt for a new Seattle real estate agent, be sure to reach out because we can help you strategize with some of these tips. Sometimes all your home needs is that second debut on the market with smarter timing and better presentation to really make an impact. Reason number 4, you're too emotionally attached. This one is tough, but it's so important and definitely worth talking about with anyone who's thinking about selling their home. When it's your home, the one you raised your kids in, or you renovated, or you poured love into over the past few decades, it's hard to see it through the buyer's eyes. I get that. You might be valuing memories while other buyers are evaluating the features of the home and the remodels that you did. That's why I often tell sellers, it's not selling just your home, you're selling someone else's future home. The buyers need to be able to see themselves in that home and see it as their own. And that small mental shift can help you make clearer, more strategic decisions, whether it's adjusting the price, improving staging, or listening to the honest feedback that's coming from those buyers. If this part hits home, pun intended, tell me in the comments, what's been the hardest part emotionally about selling your home? Number 5, this one is about the agent. Your agent isn't being proactive. Now, this I might be biased because I am really good at following up, but all agents are not created equal. A good listing agent is not just waiting for buyers to come through the door, they're actively creating momentum around your home. That means marketing across multiple platforms, running ads, following up after each showing, analyzing the feedback, and strategically adjusting in real time. This is really important, especially if your home's been on the market for 30+ days. If your agent is not communicating with you or you feel in the dark, that's definitely a red flag. You deserve someone who treats your sale like a campaign, not a waiting game. This is really important. With people who tell me we might be interested, but we're going out to look at a few other houses with their buyer, I am following up with those people almost weekly to see if anything new has changed our mind. And certainly if we readjust the price or readjust any features about the home, I let those agents know right away as a way to try to get those buyers back in the door and to see the home again. If you're currently on the home selling journey, so your agent has to be proactive. They should be sending you the feedback that the buyers are giving and helping you strategize around that feedback, what your next steps are. Here's that mindset shift that changes everything. Here's the truth that even experienced sellers forget. You can't control the market, but you can always control your strategy. When you approach selling as a process of listening, adapting, and refining, you stay in power. You're in control. And homes that are actively managed with flexibility and awareness always outperform those left to sit. And that might mean a buyer just asking something and getting that buyer information on the topic about the home as quickly as possible to help them make their decision. That's actively listening and being flexible. If your home isn't getting offers yet, that doesn't mean it will never get offers. It means that the right combination of strategy, presentation, and pricing has not clicked yet. If you'd like me to take a quick look at your listing because it's been sitting on the market, or talk through options before selling, hit my contact info below and let's set up a strategic meeting about why your home might not be selling or how to get your home sold in this current market for top dollar. We help sellers every day to strategize the best route to the market and the best price for their home to get the most buyers through the door, and we can help you do the same. Hopefully you found these 5 tips helpful and that mindset shift. And if you have questions about selling or buying in Seattle, reach out by text or email and let's set up a free strategy consultation. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again for the next one.